What do you think of home decor, paintings on your wall, perhaps some cushion covers? Do you like having nice artwork printed onto any products? In my previous video, I mentioned that somebody that I was talking to recently had asked me two questions, and the second question is the one that I wish to address in this particular video. She'd said to me that I'd mentioned in my first video of my transition from being an occupational therapist to becoming an artist that I have actually already had some sales, and she asked if I could describe what sales I've had. So I thought in this video I'll share a little bit about them. I apologize that I don't have good photographs of most of the images that I've and the paintings and the kinds of art that I've sold, so you'll have to put up with me to have some descriptions, and as I progress in my art I hope to photograph it more effectively to improve how I photograph the products and perhaps do some further videos about my art and art sales and how I got to make sales. Let's jump into what pieces of art I've managed to sell. And of course, it's Shoshanah Shear coming to you from Jerusalem. So I hope this will be a fun little video for you, a little bit entertaining. The first opportunity that I had for a kind of a commission came out of a discussion that I was having with a neighbor, where I shared with her a recent experience I'd had with my mother going on a full-day workshop where we learned how to paint onto silk. And the painting that I did in that workshop was of two elephants, a mother elephant and a baby elephant, with some colorful background. And through the discussion, I got a kind of a commission to paint the family cat in the tree, which was a really fun and interesting experience for me, especially since I hadn't really done a whole lot of drawings of cats up until that point. But the finished product came out really nicely. From there, the next painting that I did on silk, I think, was a painting of sunflowers, inspired by having looked at a paper serviette that we'd just been given some paper serviettes that were really happy with a blue background and this beautiful sunflower on it. And I decided to try my hand at painting a sunflower on silk. And I was quite happy with the end product. And talking about that and showing it to a friend of mine, I received a commission to do a series of 3 paintings of sunflowers in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. So that was opening up, then fully open, and then starting to wilt. And that was a really fun commission to receive. From that, I got to have a commission to do a painting, an abstract kind of painting of nature, which a colleague of mine had commissioned me to do. She described for me what aspects of nature, what symbols and what colors she wanted, and gave me free rein to put this together in a picture, and that was a lot of fun. I'm very, very sorry and upset with myself that I didn't photograph it, but you learn as you go along, I guess. So after that, I started trying to see if I could get some of my art into some craft stores in Cape Town. And from there, I received a commission to do some cushion covers and some T-shirts. I was given 3 long pieces of cream canvas on which I had to do some kind of African style designs in black with a little bit of brown as well, of like drums and some figurines and the trees of Africa and some animals and a few other symbols. So it was 12 designs that I did, 4 per each panel, and these were cut up and sewn into cushion covers. And then the next set was of T-shirts specifically for children. So here's a little T-shirt that I painted later on in preparation for a craft market that I did. The ones that were for the store were all quite happy. I think that I do have the photograph. I have to find it in an album of mine, but these were like a helicopter and a boat and a car and a clown and a dolphin, and forget what all the 12 different images were. Each one was unique, each one was different, some different colors, and that was a lot of fun. And what was interesting in this commission is that, having started off painting on silk, I was now requested to paint onto fabric. So that was an interesting transition, which led to my painting doing other painting on fabric. The next opportunity that I had for a sale, I have to think a moment. I think that the next one came from a sale that I did at a private art sale of art and tea is how we called it, and we put out a whole lot of my art and some of the craft things that my mum and I were doing together. And through chatting to people and showing them my art, I got to have, I think I had 2 sales, but the one I really remember was of a smaller painting than the sunflowers that I did. This one was of a hibiscus, a lovely peachy kind of color. Not quite the image of this first image coming up. It was more this next image, and I did a nice abstract background of the green to depict the green flowers, the green leaves, sorry, to depict the green leaves. That was my next sale. After that, I had the opportunity to present at a conference in Miami, and I was requested to be one of the presenters who was in charge of helping to sell the books from the various different speakers. And I requested that, since at that stage I didn't have a book available to sell, if I could potentially sell some of my drawings or display some of my drawings. And fortunately for me, the organizers agreed, and out of that I got to have a sale or 2. So that was quite fun, though that was my more spiritual abstract kind of drawing that was done with, I think that was done with aquarelle pencil crayon at that stage, colored pencils. Pencil crayon is how we call them in South Africa, but elsewhere they're called colored pencils, and one has to get to learn the lingo, don't you? So the next opportunity that I had for a sale happened shortly after I returned from that conference, and I was requested to paint 2 olive trees on a wooden plaque for a front door of somebody that I knew. And out of that, I got to paint also another front door plaque with roses on, which was quite fun. The next opportunity I had was of 2 for a sale was from somebody who'd come to visit me, and I got to sell 2 of my paintings at the same time, which was really, really exciting. One of them was sunflowers painted on silk, and the other one was of a strelitzia, also painted on silk, and both of them were floated in glass and with what I thought was nice frames. I hope that those who purchased the flowers enjoyed the frames as well as enjoying the paintings themselves. After that, I think the next sale came from doing a talk in South Africa, and I had a table where I had a couple of books available for sale, and some of my cushion covers, and some 2 paintings of mine I had on display, and a couple of drawings as well. And I'd done an abstract impression of the kotel. I also wrote a poem that goes along with that, so I'm hoping to do another painting of the kotel and potentially put that into a book that I'm currently working on. A little bit after that welcome opportunity came a different style of, or a different set that I painted up. This was from flowers that we'd photographed in the botanical gardens, and one of the flowers, 2 of the flowers, or from the paintings, I took out some flowers and painted them onto cushion covers, and then photographed that painting and printed it onto mugs. So that was a set of the photograph and the cushion cover and the mug. That was quite fun, and I think that both of those sets I was fortunate to be able to sell. And from there, the last sale that I've had has been more recent, and that was inspired from looking at how the light falls or shines on dewdrops, either dewdrops on a spider's web or dewdrops on blades of grass. I find that quite fascinating, and I drew that up in an abstract drawing which sold. And as you can see in this image, the frame that's in this image and the quality of the image, that's how it was sent to me from the person who purchased it. She had it framed and then put it up on her wall and sent me an image of it up on her wall. So that was quite exciting for me to receive that. And those are the sales that I've had so far. It's been quite exciting for me to have had the opportunity for a couple of sales. Certainly a different experience from what a number of people have said to me as to why I shouldn't consider becoming an artist, because you can't sell your art and you're not going to be able to sell your art. And there are a couple of other negative things that people like to say to persuade you to go into more well-known, more well-established professions. So the question is, what will the next painting or sale or commission be? Do you have a question? Has this little video been of interest to you? Would you like to see some more of my art? Some of my art is available on my artist website, but I'm in the process of researching to improve that website and to figure out which of my art to put up, how to put it up, improving my photography of my art. And I'm looking at also improving some of the packaging in order to promote some of my art for sale. And we have some creative gifts as well that I'm hoping to discuss in some other videos, and of course to bring into the online store. So with that, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like the video, share it with your friends if you have anybody who's interested in art or in moving from being a whatever profession they've been in to be working towards becoming a full-time artist. I hope that this will be some inspiration to some people and show that it actually is possible. Even if you're not yet a well-known artist, it's possible to sell some art. And I'm looking forward to sharing more of my art, more of my artist journey, more of the progress in my art. And so that's my little story. I hope that's answered the question of the person who asked it of me. And with that, I wish you a very blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Ciao for now.